Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. This evening, we find ourselves at the very edge of the Scepter of the Green, right on the Bourne. And in the Umbra, there has recently been a howl that has gone out. And those who approach the edge of the Sept in the Umbra will see on the boundaries waiting, recently arrived, a black and white wolf that's just sat on her haunches looking quite alert and attentive, but clearly waiting for her howl to be answered.
I guess that the hunters can can be hanging around.
In the Umbra, like they do.
Yes. After all, you need to make your rounds. I need to check up on the spirits.
Yeah. As it is, Katori and Olaf come upon this lupus. When Olaf gets to a certain distance, he too sits on his haunches. However, he doesn't look like he's in a hurry to make any introductions. It's almost as if he's waiting on someone.
Kotori, for his part, when he sees a lupus coming, he is going to sit next to Olaf as he's sniffing through the air, trying to sense the bad juju. Yeah, he sense all that bad thing. You don't smell of worm, of course, unless you roll the black spiral, which would be very impressive. But I don't think you would.
Nope.
Nope. So yeah, as he he turns to Olaf. She is clean. You may
Very good then, Raya.
do your duty as guardian now. as he chuckles.
Many thanks. And he turns to the new lupus. I heard your howl. Many greetings to you and welcome to New York City. I am Olaf Tryggvason, son of Ragnar Tryggvason and Lily Rensdeflesh. Deed name screams in silence. Hamed Fostern Philodux of the Fenrir, guardian den father to the Sept of the Green, and Beta of the Hunters of the Lost.
And Katori will make also his introduction. I am Katori, commence the Undying, born on 4 legs to the Uktena tribe, Theurge and Adrian, Alpha of the Hunters of the Lost, and Keeper of the Land.
At the introductions, she will roll over at that point and from the ground say, I am Untamed Cry calls the wild. I calls the fury. I get my own name right. I will explain later why there is the confusion of the name. It only changed about 7 times.
It's okay, you amuse Duncan.
Clear, born on 4 legs, Galliard of the Black Furies. I have come to seeking entry through the through the boundaries of your set.
Well, according to my alpha's not unimpressive abilities, you will bear no taint. Though, just to be certain, as you'll find, we are very big fans of the rite of cleansing here at the Sept of the Green. Now the
Yeah. Let me grab my stick as he takes a stick in his mouth.
Please go ahead. My journey here was not the easiest.
Trot, 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 trot. And yeah, Kotori will start to make the circle and apply the mighty and wonderful stick. Rawr, apply stick. And yeah, shit. He does some, as the filthy taint of just traveling and doing stuff apparently just goes off, making you super squeaky clean to enter the sept.
As you're doing that, Cinna will come up as she's heard the howl as well, and yay, being new guardian, she feels like she should need to do her. She actually seems to be a bit disappointed with Kotori and Olaf already being there. She's like, damn it. Not hiding it very well, but she'll stay at the background, sitting down and making sure that she's definitely ready to roll over as soon as Kotori would notice her.
Yeah, I guess I probably even Cold the Fury is still on her backside. He's just going to, yeah, nom 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 nom. He's just going to nimble everyone who is on their backside, like, okay, yeah, I get it. Stop.
Well, now that everyone else is getting up, trot, trot, trot. Very possibly with Adam in tow.
And Adam will be, I think, the last to arrive. He will also have. Did I forget someone? Okay. Adam will also arrive, and he will look a little bit cautious. He's heard the howl, of course, but he will keep in the background. He will actually follow Maeve.
Yep. And while Maeve is not going to interrupt the cleansing process, she will trot on up, probably alongside Olaf, as he is the nearer of the two, and then very dramatically do the flop.
And Adam does the flop as well. Everybody do the flop.
In a bizarrely parental show of both dominance and affection, Olaf simply lays on them.
That's it. Maeve goes for the ear.
Whilst Kotori is done his circle around Horse of Fury, he may have noticed a little spiritual accompaniment to her. There is a little floating fire spirit near her.
Oh, hello, you. As he sniffs the fire spirit. I hadn't seen you.
It will. I have no idea what they do. Probably dart a bit closer to Cause the Fury.
Maeve perks. Leaves off knowing Olaf's face.
Don't bite my face.
Olaf doesn't seem to be biting anybody. Though in Adam's case, he might have spotted something behind the tuft of his ear. So Adam's getting groomed.
Adam lets him.
If Katori's
Mm-hmm.
signaled that she can get back up,
Oh yeah. No, he
if she can get under the boundary of the step, she'll look like she kind of hurries in because the kind of the way that she's looking a little bit, glances back a little bit nervously at the umbral scape of the city and looks quite relieved to be in the more natural environments of the set.
it seems that you had quite the journey.
The distance was further than I've been before.
Yes. Distance. I remember when I first came here. Very long way. Much long way.
So where are you from? Sina stepping up a little closer, cocking her head to the side, looking curious.
Closer to the setting sun and the cold than here. I believe the sisters, they said the Homids called it Wisconsin.
Ooh, Wisconsin. It's a nice place.
Yes, Homids have strange way of calling places. Mine, they call it South Dakota. Weird.
Yes, the name does not seem to describe the place at all, but this is what they call it.
It is what it is. Anyhow, by which way did you travel getting here? The Umbra?
The Umbra was the only way for me to travel.
In the future, you may require guidance on travel through cities such as these. There is a very specific way of walking to avoid attention from the Weaver spirits.
Knife still laying under Olaf is just kind of watching the little fire spirit, all alert, big dopey doggy Rin, her tail kind of idly thumping the dirt.
She'll glance back out the city. The Weaver is so strong here. I heard some stories, but I didn't realize it could be like this. It was truly this bad.
True.
As of late, some things have been exacerbated, but for the moment, they're still. Tell you one thing, if you came looking for combat, you found the right place. Aside from the usual bug hunt, we've got at least one group of organized Fomori running around. Black Spiral Dancers and whatever else pops up every few weeks.
When you say Flamori, she flinches somewhat.
Well, if that's not P&E bait, I just don't know what is.
I was gonna say perception empathy.
I'm gonna get that coffee mug.
And a cold wind blows as the scent of pure greed blows on the wind.
Pure greed.
Greed.
Yeah, didn't say that.
Pure greed, yes.
I mean, you have resource 5. I mean, it's...
Who let the Ferengi in here?
And Kachina is seen wandering towards the group from the sidelines.
Wow. Okay.
Does attentive count? Because I would like to say that I have 6 successes.
Okay. Many people have quite a lot of successes. What you can probably get is that there is both a lot of anger, fear, and pain when you say Fomori. And it's really quite recent. It's definitely very close to the surface. But in response to saying that Olaf's saying about fighting, it is good that you say there is fighting. If you are willing to fight, that is what I have come to find. People who are willing to fight for Gaia.
There's enough here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I heard the stories of this place in the middle, this little piece of wild is how they described it, in the middle of all this. She looks back at the weavers webs of the city. I heard that, and I knew if this was to survive, even if I hadn't appreciated how awful it was, that there must be strong fighters here.
And Kachina walks up to the group. The only Hobbit, apparently, looks around at all the lupuses.
Rolling over.
Rolling over.
Foster
I'm
privilege
not
shown
rolling over.
Also,
Maeve is already on the ground. Tail thump. Thump, thump, thump.
The Sinnoh will kind of make a growling sound that actually sounds a bit angry at first, but then it's like, it's just very, very silently under her breath. But yeah, there's something there. You can be in it. She's not necessarily hiding that.
So, people who know him know that he looks a lot angrier right now. What is this about?
Well, if little brother listened to the wind, he would have heard that there is a newcomer from the Black Fury tribe. As he smirks.
He kind of looks around. Hold on. Pure B2. Okay. Looks at the Black Fury. That would be you. It is good that a new person has come to the Sept. I welcome you.
little brother, you are Wendigo?
Yes.
Where I come from, there were Wendigo there. They fought well. They tried.
Wherever there is Wendigo, they fight well.
At that reflection, Kotori raises an eyebrow as he looks at Kachina. And he's going to PNE that guy because, yeah, it seems way different from usual Kachina.
Maeve is clearly still distracted. Thump, thump, thump.
So, yes, what can I feel on little brother? Peace. Everyone needs to love each other, Kachina.
He's a lot angrier. A lot angrier right now.
Hmm.
And he's also, well, from when you saw him walking over, he's obviously wounded somehow.
Okay. He's going to come closer to take a look at the wounds.
All right, so basically his side is bandaged up and his left pectoral muscle.
Hmm.
There's lots of bandages there.
Ah. Yes, I heard the stirring of a spirit. Hmm. Are you recovering well?
It is going without incident so far. He kind of just looks down.
Hmm. Good. Hmm. Why you not introduce yourself? Do not
Right.
be rude.
I am distracted. I'm sorry. He looks at everybody. Sorry. I am Kachina Awantu, Wakes the Mountain, son of Wendigo, follower of Stag, Alpha, the Striders of Ice and Concrete, Thurge, Adrin of the Sept.
Color of a while.
Collar of the Wild. There was no pause there. I had to pause for babies.
I think somewhere in the background of Untamed Call the Fury, there's an angry Wendigo spirit.
It was a Hamid who goes by the name of Duncan.
Well,
At that point, he will answer. I am Untamed Untamed Cry calls the fury. I am a clear Lupus, Galliard of the Black Furies. I can claim to be of no sept anymore. I hope I come here hoping to find somewhere else to fight.
He looks down at you, squints like he's measuring you. If you fight well and deal with things by talking, you're welcome at the tree.
Thank you. I will try to prove myself and try to make myself a part of this sept and this place.
You should. You should go and find Dr. Anthony Mega. He is, well, he used to be a Black Fury kinfolk.
He still is a kinfolk, Kotori Raya.
He is, and he turns to Sinner. He's a little bit more, let's be honest.
I know. Also, he is he has agreed to become a kinfolk under my protection.
Ooh.
Head
Philosophy
slowly
just twitched
turns,
slightly.
looks at Cinna, raises eyebrow, lowers eyebrow, says nothing.
And who are you who would claim this so-called Black Fury kin as your own?
Well, forgive me for not introducing others had more rights. I will do so now. My name is Cinnamon Harris. I am Cleath, born on two legs, Ragabash of the Silver Fangs, and my father was William White, and my mother was Queen Mary of House Ostrahal.
I greet you then, Cinnamon Harris. Would you like me to introduce myself again?
No, of course not. Save your breath for more important conversations.
Are you the ones here then? She looks back at the more senior members who've given themselves higher titles. Are you the ones I need to introduce myself to? Or are there others?
I am one of them. In time, you will be expected to present yourself for review to our warder. However, he is a very, very busy guru. So the time will come when it comes, and it will of course be on his schedule.
And also when you will go and see Chief of Titanium Raya, I advise you not to dwell too much on his appearance.
His appearance?
You will understand when you meet him. He, and this is me passing some personal wisdom here, is a very big stickler for matters of etiquette. Now, while you have comported yourself well, my suggestion is to be on your very best behavior.
Yes, in case of doubt, always roll over.
Why would I do otherwise?
Sometimes too many Hamids. Hamids forget that rolling over is a thing.
Innocent face.
How do they forget?
Yeah.
Because they are Hamids. As he looks at Olaf, smirking.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that is an answer.
Good enough. I almost forgot. And, he gets up off of the cubs, shakes himself out. These two are cubs of mine. Go on now, introduce yourselves.
Adam looks at Maeve because she basically has higher pure breed, so she should go first.
And Maeve, once she has gotten off of, is not going to bother, getting up to get back down again. She'll just kind of twist her body around a bit so that she's facing the direction of the newcomer. And as the point has been made that they're in the Umbra, as expected, she is, well, not brightly, but unmistakably aglow. Because all the theurges on this sept look crazy. And so she'll tilt her muzzle around and, as chipper as you please, introduce herself. I am Maeve Maxion, born on two legs, born under the crescent moon, stock of the Fianna.
And when he is certain that Maeve has finished, I can hear myself in the background. By the way, that's a little bit disturbing. Okay. When he's certain that that Maeve has finished, Adam will get up and introduce himself as well. I am Adam McGee, he says. And
If
then
he starts to get up, he's going to get a paw kind of shoved idly at his shoulder to knock him back down.
Okay.
She will go over first to Maeve and then to Adam, and she'll be like sniffing them a bit. Just not really close, but just close enough to catch their scent. You, and sort of nod to both of them. I am. You've heard the introductions. I am Untamed Cry Calls the Fury. And then she'll kind of turn away from them to the others. You are a very mixed sect here. There are so many different tribes, so many different people.
This is true. Except the green. Many tribes here. Though I am glad to have another Gru Fury present.
Is there another but me? Are there others here? I do not hear everything, but I had not heard there was another here.
Olaf looks around at Gattori. When's the last time you saw Logan?
Logan. Ragabash after Ragabash. He is hidden in the shadow and only appears when he wishes to appear. But I think that if one of his sisters were to come near the territory of the Black Fury and Pegasus Shrine, he would actually show up.
A male? That is unusual. But as you say, Ragabashes are sometimes elusive.
Let's not forget Wasp Stinger Raya.
Wasp Singer Raya has been gone for a while now. Left on a mission.
Apply Mother's Touch to that burn.
Ragabash has to Ragabash.
And Maeve will probably paw idly in Olaf's direction to get his attention and mention Athena's might for him.
This is true. Thank you, Mabe. There is in fact an elder of your tribe resident. Malpomene Krykos, otherwise known as Athena's might. An elder, Arun.
And there's still her grandchild, Leah, although she's kinfolk. She's Black Fury.
She looks genuinely quite impressed. I see. I was unaware. I will make efforts to seek out those of my tribe I should seek.
If you would like to, I can introduce you at least to Leah. She can introduce you to her grandmother.
If that would be appreciated, thank you.
And also to her father, considering most of our Black Furies are Krykos.
If you're talking about Dr. Mega, he's not Leah's father.
Still care for her as she is his cub.
This is true. But it's a rather complex family.
comments makes things always complicated.
Speaking of which, and Olaf's head rotates towards Cinna. I'll need to speak with you on the morrow.
Yes, Raya.
Good.
I would like to, if you have some time. I have a question as well.
Olaf looks interested.
Then, tomorrow, I mean.
The interest holds, but he chuffs. Very well then. And turns back to face Untamed. So,
Now read up, yes. Now we will read up her muted by the Weaver.
Before I would ask you one thing. I would ask you, as wolves, we keep the rules of our territory simple, but the sisters and the others before, where I was, they told me there were other rules. They had other things that I had to do to stay where we were. This place seems even more complicated. I would not seek to cause problems, but what rules, what laws, what customs do you have in this place? What do you bind yourself with here?
Olaf, you want to answer this one, or?
There is a large number of things, but by your leave, Raya, I believe I can cover it.
Alright.
Alright. So, where we are standing now is the umbral reflection of Central Park. This is a big place. Many hominids come here at all hours. Some parts of the sept are warded properly for the veil's sake. Others not so much. I can show the boundaries of these veil-protected areas, places where you can know that you can take your natural form and go unnoticed, to all except kinfolk anyway. As for the greater city, no taking of other forms on the Tellurian outside of the veil-protected areas that I show you. Under any but the most dire and pressing of circumstances, the veil here is paramount. We are surrounded by humans. Additionally, no vampire hunting without prior authorization from a higher rank. Even then, be very, very cautious. They're kind of strong here. Moreover, no entering the Bronx. Bad things live there. It's been determined that the place is simply off limits.
What is this Bronx?
Territory.
Indeed, Raya. I will bring out a map later. Try to show you the lay of this place. Anyhow, we are currently at a standstill with mage folk and what many here will call the Fae and what I refer to as the Alfar.
Mm.
Thump, thump, thump.
That being said, if any of them get the big idea in their head to come waltzing in here, it's safe to say that all bets are off.
Mm. Have not yet seen one stupid enough to do so. Haven't seen one with Death Witch.
And the very large tree over there. Must go and visit at least once a month to make sure it is clean. So is everyone else.
Indeed. Multiple parties had quite a time clearing that place out, and we're not about to lose it. One other thing. You'll hear about it sooner or later. You may as well hear about it now. There may, in the near future, come a time when we have less than friendly visitors. If you side with us, then you side with us.
Less than friendly visitors?
Not a discussion for all of the public.
Indeed. I wish to make this my home. If this is my home, I will not lose this home. I will fight for it, if you will have me. I will not let another fall.
Olaf's ears flick slightly, turns his head just a little bit. Now that is a story I'm going to be very interested in hearing. Perhaps in the future.
Mm.
It is not a story for now. If there comes a time, I will tell it. But I am not ready to tell it yet. But know this. The worm and its people, its humans, they are getting stronger. They are getting stronger.
Mm.
Indeed, Ragnarok may be upon us before we know it.
Mm. That is true. But yes, only the now matters. The was and the will. They were and they are not yet. Only now matters now.
Indeed. Those things are done.
Ryas, on that note, I would like to ask to be excused. I have a gathering of the departed to prepare.
You are clear. You are free to go and to roam wherever you wish for.
Yeah. She'll stand up, just nods to the newcomer and to the rest, and then not necessarily runs, but jogs away.
Yes, if you are traveling about the city, know that there is a pack of powerful black spile dancers. if you should encounter them, don't be where you were. If you are even with someone else, and they are not my pack or Adrin's, do not be there where they are.
I do not at this point plan to venture out into that place yet.
Hmm. Oh, Escatori seems to be very interested as he kind of starts to wiggle his tail. Do you know Hamid glyphs?
I have seen them, but I cannot use them.
Ah, as he chuckles through the pack link. Oh yes, it's that time again.
As Katori... Sorry, go ahead.
The sisters showed me them, but they always read them.
I can teach. I taught all lupuses who came to this sept how to. It is good for surviving. Necessary.
Are they really necessary?
Kachina nods.
When the humans built this place, they made it a confusing labyrinth, dull and gray. The Hamid glyphs are part of how you navigate.
They also infuse power and knowledge through those glyphs. Always useful to know how one's enemy works. Always good to know. Never be caught on guard. Always know.
Yes. Having a good understanding of those who you may want to hunt, who may be prey. I understand this. I would, if you would offer to teach me, I would try and learn.
He nods as through the pack link he sent an image to Olaf of his slightly blood-covered unicorn doll. Bloodthirsty unicorn will have a new follower.
Kachina goes into his little side bag and pulls out a pretty thick notebook. It's like one of those new ones that comes with blank pages and whatnot. And he puts it in front of Katori. He's like, here, you can teach using this, I guess. It was what was in the other book. I've transposed it so that you can read it.
He cocks his head on the side because he doesn't understand what you mean.
The special book I got.
Ears perk.
The one I had to become worthy to know what was inside of it. This is what was written inside. I cannot put it up for exchange any longer. That would be unjust. And he pushes it kind of towards you. You can read it, and if you feel like you need to pay anything back later, that's fine, but I don't think you would have to, and you can teach Untamed Cry Calls the Fury, the language with it.
He's not listening to you because he's got pretty much his head on the book.
Thug.
Yeah, thump. Oh yes, read.
Well, if that'll be all, I believe I need to show our newcomer where the warded areas are.
Hmm. Yes, yes, we do that. Yes. Need to check on the spirit. Yes, of course. Checking the spirits. And he's just going to grab the book and run away. Probably going to bury himself in his den with the book.
Maeve is going to follow in that direction. A
And
very
Adam,
single-minded look about her.
and Adam actually follows Maeve.
She'll probably pause and shoot Olaf kind of a what the fuck do I do look.
Olaf looks at you with the exact expression of the wolf in this picture.
Oh, really? We're gonna be that helpful, are we? Maeve will pause and look to Adam and say, Katori is my mentor, and I have something to speak to him about. Do you mind keeping along with Olaf for a bit?
Adam nods and does the doggy grin and then heads back to Olaf.
Yep.
Alright. Untamed. Cub. Let's us away.
I will follow you.
And Olaf heads off with the other two in tow to show them all the warded areas.
And Paws of Fury will follow Olaf's path, trying to sniff and basically sometimes going a bit slower, trying to get a better idea of this new place she is in. And there, I think, unless anyone particularly wants something, we can leave it. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, any watchers, for watching. And we'll see you again sometime.